day. Welcome to Gentle Yoga. My name is Shelley. You don't need any special props for today's class, but if there's something you like to use, of course, have it nearby. We will start out today sitting up. Come to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Lengthen the spine, pull the shoulders onto the back, and gently lower the eyelids. Take a few rounds of breath, just your natural breath. Allowing those breaths to center your mind, to let go of any plans or to-dos. If it's comfortable now in your body, begin to lengthen and deepen the breath. Allowing the inhales to grow a beat longer. And same with the exhales. You can repeat that for 4 or 5 rounds, lengthening and deepening the breath. As you find a comfortable full breath, stay with this breath. Let it be your breath for practice today. We'll take 3 rounds of a nice full breath all together and exhale the air out. And inhale, filling the lungs. Exhaling the air out. Inhale. And exhale. Once more together. Deep breath in. And exhaling completely. Begin today with just some gentle joint warm-ups, starting with the neck, taking careful circles with the head. Think of drawing a big circle with the chin. Go at any speed that you wish. Maybe take it nice and slow. You can also adjust the size of your circle. And reverse, circling the other way. Relaxing the head back to neutral. Turn to look over your right shoulder, and then turn to look over the left. And just keep going, back and forth. Again, nice and slow. We spend so much time rushing from activity to activity. Allow this to be an opportunity to do the opposite, to go slow, to be present in the moment, and to move with mindfulness, with awareness. And then bringing the chin back to center. Lower your right ear down towards your right shoulder. Let the right hand rest on the left shoulder. It's just gently resting there, no need to actively press down. Just trying to encourage this shoulder to stay down so you get the best stretch possible. Down the side of the neck into the shoulder. Become aware of that intimate connection between the neck and the shoulder. Coming up, change sides. Lower the left ear, left hand rests on the right shoulder. Send your breath down the right side of the neck into the right shoulder. And then coming up through the center. We'll take some shoulder shrugs to help break up a stuck tension in the shoulders. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. And as you exhale, sigh and let the shoulders drop. We'll do a few. Inhale up. Exhale, sigh and let them drop. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale. Two more. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, relax. Once more, inhale up. And exhale, drop. Okay. Take the arms out. Circle the wrists. It's fairly common at first for there to be a little creaking or crackling. Doesn't really mean anything other than maybe you haven't done this exercise in a little while. And switch. And then we'll flex and extend the wrist. So flexing, palm towards the inner forearm and extending back of the hand towards the top of the forearm. And just go on your own, back and forth a few rounds. Of course, these wrist exercises are great to do if you work at a desk, you use a computer for hours at a time. Every so often, maybe every hour or so, you pause and just do a few rounds of these, keeping the wrists healthy. And relax the hands down onto the knees. We'll do some hip circles and just begin to rotate in one direction. So you have some freedom with these circles to kind of explore the size of the circle, the speed. Come back through, center, pause, and take it the other way a few rounds. And playing with the size and the speed. You don't have to pick one size or one speed and stick with it. You can kind of check it all out. Back through center, sitting up tall, change the cross of your legs. Got a few more things we're going to do here. Arms by your side, and as you inhale, sweep out and up. If you can, bring the palms together, and option at the top to lift the chin. See the hands. Exhale, return the arms by your side and chin neutral. Inhale, sweep out and up. Exhale, return. Again, inhaling up. Exhale down. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. On this last one, pause at the top. Inhale. On the exhale, plant your right palm and take a side body stretch. So reaching across with the left arm. Plant the left seat to the floor. So the left seat is nice and heavy. Sit bone contacting the mat. And then breathe through the left ribs, the armpit, out the arm through the fingertips. Inhale, sweep it all up through the center. And exhale to the other side. Left palm down, right arm up and over. And right seat connected to your mat. Sit bone down. Breathing along the right side, stretching through the arm out the fingertips. Back to center. Your exhale, twist to your right side. Right hand behind, left hand to the opposite knee. Turning at the ribs and the shoulders, look over the right shoulder. Inhale everything up through the center. Exhale, turn to your left. Inhale out through center. Exhale, take the hands behind you. Walk the arms in towards each other. Lift the chest, then lift the chin. Open the front of the throat. Expanding across the heart center. Take a couple of good breaths. And just walk yourself sitting up tall and make your way onto hands and knees. Tabletop position. We were sitting for a little while, so let's go ahead and stretch out the legs. Extend your right leg behind, tuck the toes under, and rock a few times forward and back. Pause, pressing out through the heel. And coming forward, change your legs. Rocking forward and back, toes tucked under. And for a breath or two, hold. Reaching out through the heel, so you feel a really nice stretch, especially in that calf. And then come back to your tabletop and just tap out the tops of the feet. waving up feet. And relax. Cow and cat stretch. Be sure the shoulders are stacked above the wrists and the hips over the knees. And inhale into the cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the head and the tail. And now exhale, pulling the belly up. Tuck your chin and tail, rounding the back. Keep going on your own between the two, arching and rounding, inhaling and exhaling. Next time you're in the cat stretch, let's return to neutral. Keep your left palm and left knee down. Stack the right foot behind. So you have one line from the left hand, left knee, and right foot. Reach the right hand up to the ceiling. It's a bit of a modified side plank. Press into the outer edge of the right foot. It'll help with stability, plus give you a nice stretch along the outside line of that leg. Imagine you're going to face your chest to the ceiling. Move the right shoulder and rib cage back, stretching through the top hand. And then extending that arm overhead into this really long side body stretch from the fingers down to the back foot. Like you're being pulled in opposite directions, anchored through the right edge of the right foot, and then pulling long, like you're reaching for something just beyond your grasp. Another breath. And then return the right hand down and come back to your tabletop. And shake out the hips a time or two. And we'll do the other side. So the right hand, the right knee will stay in line and you'll add the left foot. Press into the outer edge of that left foot. Reach the left arm up. Take a couple breaths right here. Again, really anchoring the back foot and reaching through the left hand. Left shoulder and rib cage rolling back. And then sweeping the arm long overhead. So you're getting that two-way stretch from about the left hip down. It's a nice downward energy. And from about the waistline up, the opposite direction, extending long. Anytime you find this a two-way oppositional stretch, you're really maximizing your stretch, getting as much space as possible. Another breath. Left hand down, return to your tabletop and shake out the hips. And take a child's pose from here. Big toes together, knees wide. Seat to your heels. Lower the forehead and stretch the crown and the fingertips forward. Spend a few breaths here, breathing into the back side of the body. Notice as you inhale and inflate the lungs, the back ribs expanding. Filling the lungs in every direction, maximizing your breath. Return up to hands and knees. Hands under the shoulders. Separate the fingers. Press actively down into the mat like you're pushing the floor away. Tuck the toes under and come into your downward facing dog. Lift the seat. Relax the head and take any organic movement you like. Walk the dog. Return down into child's pose. One more time, coming to hands and knees, hands shoulder width apart, feet hips width apart. Press the mat away, tuck the toes and come up. Press the hands down and forward to move the chest back. Release the head, top of the head pointing to the floor, neck long, jaw soft. You can even circle the jaw a couple of times each direction. Make your way into a standing forward fold. One way to get there is just take as many steps as you need, walking the feet towards the hands. We'll take a nice loose variation this time. Feet apart, bending the knees a lot. Rest the chest to the thighs. Hang the arms beside you or grab hold of opposite elbows. From there you can sway gently side to side. Release the arms by your side. Roll up the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Lift the head last. We'll do some shoulder circles from here. Another great way to break up stuck energy and just stuff, tension in the shoulders. So squeezing the shoulders up. Take them forward, down, and back. One nice smooth circle, but still hitting those 4 points. Relax for a moment and then reverse. Squeeze up onto the back, down and forward. Again, nice smooth circle, but touching on each of those 4 points. Relax the arms. Stand with the feet about hips width apart and be sure you're not too close to a wall. Arms loose by your sides and just start to turn from side to side, letting the arms swing. And think of the arms like loose ropes, just coming along with you as you turn. Try to see all the way behind. Again, up to you how fast or how slow you take it. Slowing down. Returning to the front. Feet about hips width apart. Reach up to the ceiling. Turn the palms forward and anchor through the feet. Notice how the action of pressing down creates lift in the rest of the body. Lift up out of the waistline. Grow as tall as you can. Keep extending through the spine as you arch back, pressing the hips forward. Lift and open the chest. Lift the chin, looking up towards the ceiling. Arms stay in line with the ears. Curving the body, imagine that you're standing out in a field and the sun is shining down, warming the entire front side of the body. The face, the throat, chest, abdomen, hip flexors down the fronts of the legs and even into the feet and the toes, all feeling the sun's warmth. And then reach up tall once again and fold down over your legs. One more round of standing forward fold. If you're a little warmer to it this time, you can always inch the feet a bit closer. And a nice variation is to hold the backs of the legs, the calves or the ankles. Of course, bending the knees as much as you need for the abdomen to contact the thighs. Let the head hang. You can give the head a little more vigorous shake now from side to side. Up and down. Release the hands and roll up slowly, coming to standing one vertebrae at a time. At the top, stand with the feet hips width apart. We'll do a couple rounds of standing side bends and interlace the fingers, turn the palms down, and then stretch up to the ceiling. Palms are facing up. Grow as tall as you can. Reach to the right side. So the arms are going to the right, hips gently pressing in the opposite direction. Weight even between both feet. Reach up, grow tall, and go to the left side. One more round, tall in the center, to the right. Reach up. Last one to the left. Coming up, release the arms. Turn to the side and step wide on your mat. We're going to do a round of side angle. We did kind of a modified version of this earlier on the knees. So we'll start by turning the right toes to the short end of the mat. Arms out by your sides. Bend the front knee and press the right forearm down onto that thigh. Reach your left arm up. And like we did before, rotating the chest up towards the ceiling. So the left rib cage needs to go back. Left arm straight up. Be sure you're pressing into the right forearm so you're not collapsing on that side, but the ribs lifting off of the thigh. If it's okay for your neck, you can look up to the fingertips. And for a couple breaths, option for the extended variation. Left arm coming over the head, bicep by the ear, palm facing down. And you may look up if that feels okay. I live near a trolley, so every now and then you hear the toot toot as it goes by. Coming up slow, straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Go ahead and take a breath right here. Left toes turn out towards the other short end of your mat. Arms out from your sides. Bend into the front knee. Press the left forearm down so the ribs lift away from the thigh. Right arm straight up. Taking a few breaths right here. Again, rolling the right rib cage and shoulder back. Stretch through that top hand. Deep, full breaths. Option for the extended variation. Right arm overhead, bicep near the ear, and the palm is facing down. Coming up slow, straighten the front leg, parallel the feet. Take a wide leg forward fold. Lead with your sternum as you go down. So you're extending the spine as you fold. Folding from the hips. Sternum forward, 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 forward. All the way down. Hands can come to the mat, or you can take hold of the outer calves, ankles, or feet. Play with the width of your stance. If your head is not very close to the floor, first of all, perfect. But if you walk your feet a little further apart, you may find you can fold a little deeper, getting the head further down. On the flip side, if your head easily comes towards the floor, maybe even touches the floor, you might walk the feet a little closer, just to give you a little more sensation in your fold. And your stance may change depending on the day. What other activities you've done, when the last time you practiced was. There's always so many factors. Taking a twist from here, walk forward into a halfway lift. If the hands don't easily touch the ground, feel free to put anything underneath there, a block, a stack of books. Left hand under your nose, and then twist open to your right side. Spine long as you twist. Come back to center, replace the left hand with the right, and twist open to your left side. come through center, fold over the legs for another good breath. And then come up slowly, take your time. Walk the feet together. Give the legs a shake. From up here, we'll practice a round of tree pose for some balance. You can always move near a wall or a table to help with the balance. Stand on your left foot first. Separate the toes and think of pressing through the four corners of the foot. Keep a little bend in the knee. Right foot comes to the ankle, the calf, or up onto the thigh. You can bring the hands to heart center or reach the hands overhead. Slowly, gracefully come out of your pose and change sides. Slowly release and give the legs another shake. And then come on down, have a seat on your mat. Dandasana. Extend the legs forward. It'll look like the capital letter L. L is in love. So sitting tall, arms by your side. Flex the feet, press out through the soles of the feet. Imagine you are up against a baseboard and you're pressing your feet into that baseboard. And squeeze the thighs to one another. This is an isometric action, engagement of the muscle without actually moving at the joints. Like you're wrapping the muscle to the bone. And then relax, stretch up the legs. Paschimottanasana. Start with a good bend to the knees. Reach up tall. Folding, letting the abdomen connect to the thighs. As long as they remain connected, you can walk the feet further forward, taking some bend out of the knees. Top of the head towards the feet. This is a stretch for the back. So it doesn't matter how much you need to bend the knees. What matters is the spine nice and long, no rounding. Slowly coming up. Fold your right foot inside of the left leg. It looks like the tree pose. The legs have the same shape. Reach up tall, turn slightly to your left, and then fold over the extended leg. Again, you can bend this knee. More important that the spine is long. Up slow and change your legs. Reach up, turn to the right and fold. You may need to bend this knee a little more, a little less than the other side. And come up. Take the soles of the feet together. Move the heels forward so you have a diamond shape to the inside of the legs. Hold on to the toes. And again, leading with your sternum, fold over the legs. Walk the elbows forward with you as you fold. And let your attention come to the center of the chest, the spiritual heart, breathing in and out through that place. Your way up slow. Bring the knees in together and just give yourself a hug. Squeeze the chest to the thighs, tuck the chin, squeeze everything in. And then release and come onto your abdomen. Set up on your forearms for Sphinx pose. So we've all seen at least photos the Egyptian Sphinx. It's what you're trying to look like here. Forearms down, chest coming forward, and looking straight ahead. Broaden across the collarbones, lower the shoulders. Become still like a statue. Lower your head to one side and rest. Arms any comfortable shape. Take a low cobra, chin back to center, hands under the shoulders. Lift the chest as high as you can without using the arms. So your back is the one doing the work. You might even float the hands just a bit. release. Turn your head to the other side and rest. One more round of Cobra, this time repeating the low variation or coming all the way up. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in. For the low variation, of course, lift as high as you can without using the arms. For traditional, just add the arms and come up to your degree. Shoulders are down. Remember, in Cobra, the hips and the thighs stay down as well. They are on the mat. Curving your entire spine. I apparently also live near trucks backing up. Lower down and come into a child's pose. This time legs together. And the arms come by your side. Up and stretch your legs out. We'll take a nice twist here, Matsyendrasana. Right foot to the outside of your left knee. If this makes you feel like you're kind of tipping off to one side, the right foot may also stay to the inside. Right hand behind, turning to the right, the left arm comes across. Pull the low back in, lift the chest. Try to see behind. Release and change your legs, twisting to the other side. Releasing, lie down on your back. Take legs up pose without any support. So this is a more active variation. It's really the same as the staff pose we did earlier, Dandasana. Turn the palms to the floor beside you. Take one leg up and the other. Legs directly over the hips. That way you don't have to muscle so much. If they're too far forward or too far back, then you have to work harder. You're more in the muscle. So straight up, ankles over the hips. And then flexing the feet, press the soles of the feet to the ceiling this time. Squeezing the legs together. And think of wrapping the muscle to the bone, like saran wrap around the bone. And then hug the knees into the chest. Rock a couple times. Plant the feet behind the buttocks. Palms down. Inhale, roll up the spine, taking a few rounds of rolling bridge. And then exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, peeling the spine off of the mat. Exhale, returning it one vertebrae at a time. A couple more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, lowering down. Last two. On your own, move with your breath. Next time you roll down, bring the knees in for a happy baby. Point the soles of the feet to the ceiling. You can hold it anywhere. The feet, ankles, backs of the calves or thighs. The knees are apart, bending down towards the floor, and you may rock a few times, side to side. Bringing the knees in together, squeezing into the chest. Our last active pose will be a reclining twist. Lower your knees to the left. Walk your arms out from your sides, and if it's okay for the deck, look over your right shoulder. Up through center and go to the other side. Knees to the right, chin to the left. Back to center. Last time, hug your knees into your chest. If you like, you may round the back, bringing the nose to the knees, squeezing everything in. And release. Shavasana. Legs apart, arms out from the sides, palms facing up. Close the eyes. Invite quiet to the body, to the mind. Relax completely. relaxation, begin to deepen the breath and invite subtle movement back into the body. As your breath grows, let your movements grow. Find your way into a full body stretch. And then bend the knees, turn to one side, take a breath there. Use the hands to press up to a comfortable seat. Join the hands at heart center. We'll close with the mantra Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Breathe in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Have a peaceful day and week. Thank you for sharing practice. Namaste.